Is that a cemetery?
It's a weird place to have a cemetery.
I was intrigued. This odd placement piqued my interest and I had to do some research. And research I did. I found out some very interesting things. First, this graveyard is one of two old cholera cemeteries in the city of Montego Bay. The other is apparently in the Freeport area. They are a remnant of the first cholera epidemic in Jamaica, which began in the early 1850s and claimed the lives of many. Now, before I delve into its significance in these recent years, let's take a trip back to 1851. John Parkin, a medical doctor from England, was sent to Jamaica to attend to an outbreak of cholera that was said to have started in Port Royal on the 8th of October, 1851. Within a few weeks, a third of the population had succumbed to the illness. There were rumors circulating that it was introduced into the island by the American steamers, which would normally stop in Port Royal en route to New York. The American steamers traveled from a port located in Panama, where cholera was already said to have been spreading. However, there was not enough evidence to confirm this rumor, as there were other possible modes of its migration into the country. By the 11th of October, the city of Kingston saw its first fatal case. 8 days later, on October 19, 3 persons died from the disease in the neighboring parish of St. Catherine. On the next day, a Dr. Palmer of Spanish Town, in an effort to further understand the illness, did an autopsy on one of the bodies. Now, it was said that he was later attacked and died in a few hours. I am not entirely sure if attacked mean that some of the residents attacked and killed him, or he died of cholera. But this is what was noted in John Parkin's book. That same day, October 20th, 1851, Spanish Town, the then capital of Jamaica, saw all of 30 deaths. The sickness continued to ravage the capital until the end of November. By that time, it had spread to every parish across Jamaica except Manchester, Westmoreland, and Hanover. In all, approximately 40,000 of the 400,000 inhabitants of the island succumbed to the illness. Now, what is cholera? Cholera is an infectious disease that is caused by drinking water or eating food contaminated with the bacterium called Vibrio cholerae, found in the feces of an infected person. The disease was common in the 1800s, which was a time when modern sewage and water treatment systems did not exist. Symptoms of cholera include, but is not limited to, severe watery diarrhea, which, if untreated, can lead to not only dehydration, but death. While it is treatable now, in those days, not much was known about its cause or treatment. The victims of the cholera outbreak were buried in cemeteries across the island. In recent years, a few of these cemeteries have been in the news on and off, notably the Old Cholera Cemetery at Waterloo and West King's House Roads in St. Andrew, where some commercial development was done, and most recently, the Old Cholera Cemetery on JAMAICA'S Boulevard right here in Montego Bay, which is still being considered as a possible land space to be converted into a parking lot. The cemetery is across from this supermarket and craft store. On the left of the cemetery is Hotel de Cameron. It is believed that the conversion of the cemetery would address the increasing need for parking space on the hip strip, especially considering the upcoming revival of the old Casa Montego, in addition to other future developments in the area. As reported in this article, the St. James Municipal Corporation is going through the full legal process in order to obtain a change of use permit on the property. However, there has been major pushback against this. There are two main reasons for the pushback. Number one, concerns that destroying the cemetery would lead to the erasing of history, as cemeteries in Jamaica are essential to record keeping, and for some, the gravestones are the only record of their existence. Number two, some opponents have health and environmental safety concerns. They believe that disturbing the cemetery may lead to the bacteria once again becoming active. However, a Jamaica Information Service publication titled "No Cause for Concern at Old Cholera Cemetery" quoted National Epidemiologist Dr. Karen Webster Carr as saying, I quote, "In the contaminated environment such as in soil, cholera lasts up to a week. In well water, about 24 days. There may be a dormant phase found in aquatic life, which is the longest living one, and the maximum time is about 700 days, and that is about 2 years, which means that since the cemetery is over 100 years old, it should be safe to commence construction."